I want to thank Warner Baxter of Ameren and Mike McCarthy of Terminal Railroad for joining us to talk about the future of St. Louis as an NFL city and the concrete steps that we are taking to secure that future. For the past 20 years that the Rams have made their home here in St. Louis, their impact has extended far beyond the playing field. And today it's no secret that St. Louis' status as one of just 32 NFL cities is at risk. 2 weeks ago, the Rams gave notice that the team would convert to a year-to-year lease at the Dome. That means the team will play in St. Louis next season. But it also means that we need to take some action now because they only have 1 year left on their lease. Losing the Rams would be a real blow to this region's economy and its civic pride. But on a very practical level, the state would also lose approximately $10 million in state income taxes paid by NFL players in St. Louis each and every year. That's right, for every game they play here, NFL players pay taxes on their income, the home team and the visitors. That means that Jake Long, whether he suits up or sits on the sidelines, pays income tax on every game played at the Dome. When Peyton Manning got sacked by Aaron Donald last season, the Broncos quarterback also paid taxes to the Show Me State. And when we shut out the Raiders and the Redskins, those teams may not have put any points on the board, but they did put something in the state's coffers. So we know that losing the Rams would have a very real economic and fiscal consequences. That's one of the reasons why I made clear that we would work to remain an NFL city while being guided by a number of ironclad principles. First, there will be strong protections for taxpayers. That means no new tax burden on Missourians. The project should pay for itself or it's a non-starter, period. In order to move forward, number two, there will be a significant private financial commitment by the NFL and its local franchise. Specifically, under the agreement that we're working on, $450 million under the current proposal would come from the league and the team. Third, the new stadium will be held as a public asset, owned by and for the benefit of the people of our state and region. Number four, construction of the stadium will provide good-paying jobs to Missourians. 5, there must also be a plan to maximize the ongoing economic value of the Dome. A new stadium for the Rams would give additional flexibility to the convention center. And finally, the project must result in the redevelopment of a blighted area that would remain blighted, but for the construction of a stadium. Before we get into the rest of this and take some questions, I want to thank Dave Peacock and Bob Blitz for doing tremendous work and continuing to work very hard to put together a proposal that meets these criteria and recognizes the potential of the particular area where we stand today. Now, even as much of downtown St. Louis has sprung to life, the North Riverfront has continued to decline. Factories once humming with activity have been vacant for decades. This is a historic opportunity to bring hundreds of millions of dollars in private investment to this area, build an iconic stadium that will stand the test of time, and transform these deserted streets into a thriving destination for residents, workers, tourists, and football fans. That's why we're announcing a number of concrete steps that when the final financing plan comes together, will position this area for redevelopment and bring new excitement, energy, and activity to the St. Louis Riverfront and, quite frankly, our entire state and region. I'm pleased to announce we've reached an agreement with Ameren, Missouri to relocate the transmission towers in the area to accommodate construction of a world-class stadium in this world-class city. We've also come to an agreement with the Terminal Railroad Association of St. Louis to relocate tracks that are currently running through the stadium site. Once again, these steps will only be taken if and only if our conditions are met and this project moves forward. The willingness of Ameren and Terminal Railroad to work proactively on this redevelopment is a powerful demonstration of the strong support we're already seeing from business community on this effort. Also, as you know, the Regional Sports Authority, the RSA, has retained John Lloyd as design and construction consultant on this project. John helped build Busch Stadium, renovate the Kansas City Royals Kauffman Stadium, and the Jacksonville Jaguars Stadium, among others. I've also had productive, positive discussions with the NFL, and we continue to do this as this process moves forward. Last week, I once again spoke with NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell, who has continued to provide positive feedback on the efforts we are making here. That is important because this is a show-me state, and we're going to need the NFL and the team to show us that they're willing to make a substantial investment in making this work and on terms that will benefit not only the citizens of the region, but all Missourians. While many more pieces have to come into place, we are making solid progress, and I'm proud to stand shoulder to shoulder with the leaders here today who are united in a common purpose of making sure St. Louis remains an NFL city now and for years to come. Before I take questions, I'd like to introduce two folks to make some comments. The first of those is the CEO of Ameren Corporation and a strong leader for this region, our friend Warner Baxter. Warner.
Thank you, Governor Nixon, and good morning, everybody. To begin, I want to express my appreciation to Governor Nixon, Mayor Slay, Dave Peacock, and Robert Blitz, as well as so many who are working behind the scenes to keep the Rams here in St. Louis. Ameren has been working closely with this team for several weeks, and together we have developed a plan to relocate our transmission towers and power lines to accommodate the construction of a new stadium in a timely fashion. That plan will also allow our existing substation in this area to remain in its current location. Importantly, our plan will ensure that this critical infrastructure will continue to deliver safe and reliable service to our customers. Of course, the relocation of our infrastructure will only take place should this project move forward and when a financing plan for the stadium is finalized, as the cost for this project will be part of the overall costs for the new stadium. We are very pleased to be working with this dedicated team on this important project because we strongly believe it will bring significant benefits to the city of St. Louis, the state of Missouri, and our entire region. Our participation in this project is consistent with Ameren's ongoing efforts to create a stronger, more prosperous region for many generations to come. Thank you very much, and I'll turn it back over to Governor Nixon. Thank you.
Thank you, Warren. I appreciate the solid, aggressive work by you and your organization here in this city and in this region for years, and especially on this project here as we mentioned it today. Now I'd like to invite Mike McCarthy, President of Terminal Radio Association of St. Louis, to make a few comments. Mike.
Thank you, Governor. For 125 years, the Terminal Railroad Association of St. Louis has been part of the fabric of the St. Louis region. And we have been a catalyst for economic development in those years. We have a history of successful partnership, which includes building the Grand Union Station, working through the arch construction challenges, providing critical routes to MetroLink, and working closely with Missouri and Illinois as they built the Stan Musial Veterans Bridge. When the Governor's Task Force contacted us a few months ago and asked if a track realignment was possible and to enable a new stadium on the Riverfront, Asim Raza, who leads our legal affairs and real estate, along with our chief engineer Eric Fields, went about answering that question. They approached it trying to find a way to say yes instead of looking for reasons to say no. We had to put the interests of our stakeholders, make sure that they were addressed, and they include the businesses that we serve along the riverfront, the freight railroads who use our route, as well as Amtrak, who has current and future needs and requirements. With those considerations in mind, we were very happy a few days ago to be able to provide RSA with a letter of intent to work with them to build a new stadium on the riverfront to accommodate NFL football in St. Louis. The TRRA understands the urgency of this project as well as the cooperation it will take to make it successful. And I want to assure the Governor, the Mayor, and RSA that you will find the TRRA a reliable and energetic partner. Thank you.